Yes, guys, welcome back to AGTV. Welcome back to another video. Now, Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-1 very convincingly. Jurgen Klopp, as manager, came out and said Arsenal were the better side and they deserved to win. However, not every Liverpool fan thinks the same way, and actually, the Liverpool fans think Arsenal over-celebrated. It was a small win. It was a win that they didn't deserve, a win that we didn't deserve, and therefore they were offended by our over-celebrations. Jamie Carragher, in particular, is the man we're going to be talking about in this video, because he came out and said it's just a win. It's just one game. It's just 3 points. Be humble and get down to the tunnel and focus on the next game. Martin Odegaard has also responded to Jamie Carragher. We're going to be diving into the reactions of the captain and the hypocrisy for me from the Premier League pundits. Jamie Carragher is a pundit on Sky, and for him to just come out and take away Arsenal's right for celebrations, right to celebrate, for him to just come out and say you can't celebrate like that, you can't celebrate a win. And I like what Martin Odegaard has said. If you cannot celebrate a win, then when are we allowed to celebrate? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. It is the same content as Cossy's Arsenal podcast, just a new brand. AGTV. Let me know in the comment box below what you think about the new name, by the way. And what do you think? Did Arsenal over-celebrate when we beat Liverpool? Is it in order for a team to celebrate a win, especially at your own ground? If it was at the Anfield, well, probably that would have been something different. But at your own ground, how many teams beat Liverpool in a single campaign? How many teams actually walk away with 3 points against Liverpool in a campaign? That is what that's what I want to know, right? So Jamie Carragher there was really offended by Arsenal celebrations, and this is his quote. He says, dear me, just go down to the tunnel. You've won a game. You've just got 3 points. It's just 3 points. You're back in the title race. Get down to the tunnel. I am very, very serious. And then he says, ha ha ha, they're unlucky. So Jamie Carragher was not happy with Mikel Arteta's celebrations, was not happy with Martin Odegaard's celebrations as well, and the fan base and all the team and the players as well. So what actually happened really is that, of course, when we scored the third goal, Mikel Arteta was unstoppable. He ran all over the pitch, across the pitch, and he was really, really full of energy. And for me, that's what I want to see. Ian Wright was talking about this morning, and he said when it's Arsenal, everyone has something to say. Everyone has a problem. When it's another team, it's passion, it's celebrations. It is rightly deserved. What about Arsenal? Why can't we celebrate, right? Why can't my manager celebrate a win? Why can't my captain celebrate a win as well? So Martin Odegaard, after the game, took this picture that you see there on your screen, and Fabrizio Romano has used it as a caption to actually bring out the message. So Odegaard said this to Jamie Carragher: if you are not allowed to celebrate when you win a game, when are you allowed to celebrate? We will stay humble and focus on the next one, but we were just happy, and there was nothing more than that. There was nothing in it. It was just about happiness, and I don't think Arsenal are losing focus. I don't think the fan base is losing focus. I don't think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think what we are doing is what Liverpool do, is what Manchester City do, is what Manchester United do, is what every other team would do if they beat Liverpool at their own ground. We're one of the teams that don't beat Liverpool, like, ever. We don't beat them, whether it's in the Champions League, whether it's in the Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. We never beat Liverpool. It's now gone two consecutive seasons in the Premier League. Arsenal have not lost a single game to Liverpool, and that feeling still feels as pure as ever. So let's start off with Jamie Carragher. So he says it's just 3 points, get down to the tunnel. Arsenal over celebrated, criticized Mikel Arteta, he criticized the players, he criticized my captain as well, and that is where I have a problem. So Jamie Carragher has played the game, and I don't expect this kind of nonsense from him, in my opinion. And secondly, even if he was to put out this kind of nonsense, I don't expect him to be so biased. Yes, he is a Liverpool fan, and he's always going to be biased towards Liverpool. If Liverpool had won that game, there would be 8 points ahead of Arsenal. And if Liverpool had celebrated like that, everyone would have said justified. 8 points ahead of Arsenal. That means that you're only worried about Manchester City in the title race, right? So because Arsenal win that game, they're just back in the title race. We're not even above Liverpool or above Manchester City. Everyone has something to say, and everyone has something negative to say. What happened to Arsenal winning a game, and there and then we have a character. There and then we have displayed great ability, great character. What happened to praising Arsenal when we win a difficult game, an important game? Because this game was curtains for us, and so is every other game before we can start creating a point difference at the top if we are going to win the league, right? So every game for us is curtains. If we don't win against West Ham, it's curtains. If we don't beat Burnley, it's curtains. If we don't beat Chelsea after that, it's curtains. So I think Arsenal deserve to celebrate, and Jamie Carragher, for me, is just being absolutely stupid here. You've got to allow the rest of the team, the teams in the Premier League, to celebrate their wins. That is why there is competition. That is why we love the Premier League. That's why we love football. It's because football, gives us the best feelings, the best emotions. It brings out the best emotions in us. And when you come out and say, listen, they can celebrate like that, it's just 3 points. But Liverpool have celebrated like that how many times, on how many occasions? And they have ended up not even winners of the Premier League. That's why we love Jurgen Klopp, and that's why we think him being in the Premier League is a plus rather than a minus, because he is an energetic manager. He is he's not boring, in my opinion. So if Mikel Arteta is not boring and Jurgen Klopp is not boring, how is Mikel Arteta's not boring a problem and Jurgen Klopp's not boring not a problem? We must have, for me, he's a pundit, for Christ's sake, and you cannot draw a line right now between punditry and, I don't know, fan reactions. But he's still a pundit. He's still a pundit, and he's got to be objective at times, especially where objectivity is obvious. Arsenal win, they celebrate. If you don't want to talk about it, there is no reason for you to talk about it. So Martin Odegaard's response to Jamie Carragher, which I loved very much, was, if we are not allowed to celebrate when we win a game, when are we allowed to celebrate? I think football has become a useless commodity, in my opinion. An emotionless commodity, an emotionless venture that the capitalists get money out of and the fans get nothing out of. Take this for instance. Arsenal have not won a Premier League title in the last 20 years. We don't have a Premier League title. And that means that ever since I started following Arsenal and supporting them, they've not won a Premier League title. So what do I have? What do I get from Arsenal? It is the goals. It is the wins. It's the games. That is what I'm getting. I'm not getting titles. We don't have a UCL. We don't have a Premier League in the last 20 years. So what we get is when we beat Manchester United, and we over-celebrate it. What we have is when we beat Chelsea, when we beat Liverpool, when we beat Man City, and we overdo it. Why? Because that is football. You celebrate every moment. Otherwise, we should say we don't celebrate goals, right? You don't celebrate goals. You score, and it seems like nothing happens. But if Liverpool celebrates an equalizer against Arsenal, which was lucky, absolutely lucky, and there is no problem with Liverpool celebrating a lucky equalizer. How is there a problem with Arsenal celebrating a well-deserved win? How is there a problem with Arsenal celebrating a win that so many teams are not going to get? I tell you this, Man City will not beat Liverpool this campaign. Man United will not beat Liverpool this campaign. Chelsea, they will tell you they have not beaten Liverpool this campaign, and so will Tottenham Hotspur. So there are so many teams in this league that will not see themselves win against Liverpool, home and away, right? Regardless. If Arsenal have done it against the best team in Europe right now, you've got to give it to us. You've got to allow us celebrate. You've got to allow us, get ahead of ourselves. It's what football is all about. It's all about you over celebrating today, and tomorrow you lose to West Ham and you've been humbled, right? And for me, it's all about that. Whether if there is anything that I've left out when it comes to football, you can actually let me know. But for me, the football I know, we win, we over celebrate it, right? We banter ourselves, we get into the conversation, and we get the cameras out and we take pictures. And when we lose, we will have press conferences like we didn't deserve to win today. We will go again, right? For me, the imbalance and the injustice that we suffer is like purely disgusting. When Arsenal win, it's normal. Arsenal won a game. They spent 100 million on Declan Rice. They must be winning games. When Arsenal lose, oh, look at Arsenal, they've lost the game. This is unacceptable. Arsenal cannot be losing games like this. It's hypocrisy. It's pure hypocrisy. If you want us to win games, right, and keep quiet, right, that's not gonna happen. Not the fan base, not the team, not the manager. If you want us to win games and sit here and you want me to do much reactions like, yeah, Arsenal beaten Liverpool 3-1. It was a good result. We'll see you in the next one. That's not gonna happen. We are a team that celebrates. We're a big team, and we're a team that is used to celebrating each and everything. So I don't understand Jamie Carragher's comments. I don't understand where his problem comes from. He's probably a bitter Liverpool fan because he knows one or two things, that game would have given them an added advantage on Manchester City. Now, Liverpool have played one more game than Manchester City, and they are 2 points ahead of Man City. That means that if Man City win their game in hand, which is against Brentford at the Etihad, they will win that game. They will be on the same. Actually, they will be 1 point ahead of Liverpool. So that is what they're scared of, and that is none of our business. That is not Arsenal's business. Arsenal's business is winning our games and hoping us Liverpool and Man City drop points. Our job is not catering for Liverpool's needs. Our job is not to curtail or facilitate Liverpool. We are in the title race as much as they are, and they don't believe this, and they don't want to believe this. They want to feel Arsenal are not in the title race. Arsenal are not as good as we are, and therefore they are not as big as we are and Man City. And maybe we are not as big as Liverpool and Man City, and maybe we are not as strong and quality as Liverpool and Man City. But do we deserve to win the games that we are winning? We absolutely do. Do we deserve to be in the title race? We absolutely do. And 2-3 weeks ago, or even 4 weeks ago, there's a time when we are talking about Arsenal are completely out of the title race. And I also think still Arsenal are not going to win the title. I think the chances are there. I think there is a small margin that Arsenal can go into dreamland, but I think Arsenal will not win it. As simple as that. But that doesn't mean we cannot push Liverpool. That doesn't mean we cannot push the title runners. We want an interesting title race, and Arsenal have just provided that. We have just opened up a 2 point difference between us and Liverpool, who are above us. So Liverpool slip up, they're into third. Manchester City slip up, they're into third. Who doesn't want that kind of title race? Who doesn't want that kind of football? They've said the Premier League is the best league in the world. This is what it means. This is why the Premier League is the best league in the world. Because there is competition, because there is celebrations, because there is pure entertainment. And that is the love of the game. That is for the good of the game. Pure entertainment. Absolutely pure entertainment. So let me know in the comment box below what you think about Arsenal celebrations and Jamie Carragher's comments as well on the team over celebrating. Now, I want to put this very clear. I do not think that win means Arsenal win the league. I don't think that Arsenal have misconceptualized the win. We have actually known. What that win means is that whatever Liverpool do right from this point in time, they've got to look over the shoulder. Whatever Man City do from this point in time, they've got to look over the shoulder. And Arsenal, Liverpool have played 23 games, Manchester City 22, and that means that we have 15 games to go. And Man City have 16 games to go. Are Arsenal going to win all their next 15 games? Absolutely not. We are not going to win our next 15 games. But the point, and this is for me the point is that Liverpool and Man City will look over their shoulder every single match day, every single game week. You lose points, you have to first assess whether Arsenal win or they don't win. If Arsenal win, that's a bad day for you. If Arsenal don't win, then you're definitely safe. So I want to see where this title race ends. 15 games to go, lots of football to play. If we can play the next 5 games and win, go into the last 10 games almost at level points with Man City and Liverpool, this title race, whoever's gonna win it, it's gonna be one of the most interesting ones. We've not seen 3 teams fight for it. This could be the season where we see 3 teams going for it, and all of them very, very capable winners. I want your thoughts there in the comment box below. AGTV, formerly Cossy's Arsenal Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.